After all these years, Marie Osmond finally admits, "He was the only one who could do that to me." So 455. Little Olive was born Marie Osmond. The lovely city of Ogden, Utah, USA, with its stunning mountains, lovely neighborhoods, and tight-knit communities, is where Marie Osmond was born on October 13, 1959. It was obvious that Marie was meant for great things. Right from the start, her upbringing and surroundings were enriched with creativity, performance, and artistic expression due to her large and musically immersed family. Even though she was the eighth of 9 siblings, Marie had a rather unusual upbringing. The Osmond children's harmony singing, the strum of guitars and drums, and the continual hum of rehearsals made her home a hive of activity. Notable people in their own right, George and Olive Osmond were her parents. Olive, a dedicated mother who loved to sing, and George, a talented musician and a disciplined yet supportive father, gave us equal parts structure and inspiration. They established a strong bond with their children regarding the importance of music, performing, and professionalism, which Marie has carried with her throughout her life. It was clear that Marie Osmond had a special talent, even when she was little. Everybody who heard her voice could not help but be enchanted by its inherent purity and gentleness. She was musically gifted from an early age, which helped her stand out from her classmates. Marie soaked up the rhythms, melodies, and harmonies of her environment as she grew up in the Osmond household, where music was an integral element of everyday life. She took to singing along with her brothers, harmonizing with ease, and displaying an air of maturity that concealed her youth. Her parents took great pride in developing her skills when they saw her inherent talent. They helped her get vocal training, pushed her to practice regularly, and gave her opportunities to take part in musical events that honed her abilities. Marie was on the road to stardom from an early age, impressing family friends, instructors, and music mentors with her professionalism and stage presence from the tender age of 5. Marie Osmond was shockingly introduced to the wider entertainment industry at a very young age. She initially appeared on television at the tender age of 3 on the nationally syndicated variety show The Andy Williams Show, which featured musical performances, comedic sketches, and appearances by famous people. For all its brevity, this first performance was unforgettable. It was a sneak peek into Marie's future stardom. Her performance was full of self-assurance, charisma, and a singing skill that stunned audiences, all while she wore an innocent smile and bright eyes befitting a child. Those close to her in the industry saw her promise right away. The sight of such a poised and talented young girl enthralled the audience. Her early appearances on national television showcased her extraordinary talent and paved the way for numerous high-profile opportunities later on in her career, solidifying her status as an impressive figure in the entertainment industry right from the start. A watershed moment in Marie's artistic development occurred during her time performing with the Osmonds, a family music group. With Marie's distinctive vocal style, the Osmonds formed an ensemble that also included her brothers Alan, Wayne, Merrill, Jay, Donnie, and Jimmy. The Osmond sisters achieved superstar status in the 1970s thanks to their positive portrayal of American values and their catchy, universally appealing pop music, tight harmonies, synchronized dancing, and an enduring air of professionalism defined the family's performances. Marie gained valuable experience in the entertainment industry's rigors and demands while showcasing her talent as a member of this musical dynasty. She honed her stage presence, collaboration, and audience interaction skills while performing with her brothers. Knowledge and abilities that would be beneficial to her solitary career. One Bad Apple, the breakthrough single by the Osmonds, and Marie's first solo single, Paper Roses, were watershed milestones in Marie's early career. With the release of 1970's One Bad Apple, the Osmonds became household names thanks to the song's iconic status and its meteoric rise to the top of the charts. The economic potential of the family group was demonstrated by its infectious tune, approachable lyrics, and clean-cut appeal, which won over listeners across the country. Paper Roses, Marie Osmond's solo debut, was released in 1973 and marked a turning point in her career. Her voice had a profound emotional depth and maturity for someone so young, 13 years old, and she sang with genuine delicacy, with its heartfelt words and graceful performance. The title tune demonstrated Marie's exceptional talent for connecting with listeners on an emotional level that beyond her years. She clearly had skill because the CD was a smashing success. Marie was able to reach a wider audience and become known outside of the country music industry because to its success on both the country music charts and the Billboard Hot 100. She became an instantly beloved performer due to her charming personality, true innocence, and vocal honesty, which won over fans. In the years after her success, Marie Osmond showed her audience her adaptability and talent by amassing an incredible hit repertoire. The charming, optimistic, and pleasant In My Little Corner of the World was her 1974 release. The combination of Marie's gentle, expressive vocals with the upbeat tune won over fans and solidified her status as a vocalist who can capture both joy and genuine feeling. The song's widespread appeal established her capacity to maintain popularity after a first single and bolstered her already sizable fan base. By 1977, with the release of This Is the Way That I Feel, Marie had already begun to experiment with new musical territory. Her distinctive country-influenced vocals were joined by pop and adult contemporary components in this track, marking a stylistic progression. This showcased Marie's maturation as a self-assured, multi-genre, capable musician by showcasing her openness to experimentation without sacrificing authenticity. Marie Osmond proved she was more than just a passing child star with her energetic hit, her range, memorable chorus, and well-produced production all contributed to her reputation as a versatile singer. In the mid-1980s, Marie Osmond returned to the music world with a bang. Having weathered the natural storms of a long and changing career in the entertainment industry, her ability to renew herself as an artist, together with her enduring brilliance, was on full display throughout this rebirth in her professional life. The 1985 country pop album, There's No Stopping Your Heart, marked Marie's return to the music industry. The album aptly reflected the spirit of the time, while remaining faithful to the honest, emotionally impactful approach that had always characterized her work. The CD highlighted her extraordinary versatility in navigating the ever-changing world of modern music and featured her distinctive crystal, clear vocals, which combined country twang with refined pop sensibility. Marie has been a fan favorite since her days as a young prodigy, and critics have lauded her for maintaining her relevance without watering down her genuine personality. The album was commercially successful, with several top 40 hits and a steady rise in the album chart, re-establishing her status as a formidable figure in the music business. Marie Osmond's career was enhanced not only by her solo work, but also by noteworthy collaborations with fellow musicians. These collaborations showcased her talent for creating intense musical chemistry with other performers. In 1986, they released a smash duet titled, "You're Still New to Me," with the gifted singer, songwriter Paul Davis. Thanks to its sensitive melodies, moving lyrics, and the perfect combination of Marie's sincere vocals and Davis's smooth, expressive delivery, the song became an immediate hit with listeners. The song was proof that Marie could smoothly go between being a solo star and working on a collaborative endeavor without sacrificing her distinctive style or charisma. "You're Still New to Me" was a smash hit on the country charts and a beloved by her legion of fans because it showcased her signature charm, authenticity, and expressive delicacy. This duet exemplifies Marie's timeless talent for striking an emotional chord with listeners, whether she's performing solo or with other renowned musicians. Marie Osmond's abilities extended much beyond the realm of music. She also had success in the television industry, displaying an effortless charm that endeared her to the audience. She tackled the daunting task of anchoring her own daytime talk program, appropriately named Marie, in the late 1990s. In this program, Marie was able to display her many strengths, such as her charisma, humor, interviewing chops, and natural gift for making friends. Celebrity interviews, lifestyle features, motivational tales, and comedic sketches were all part of the show's varied and entertaining programming. As she spoke with her guests, Marie's genuine warmth shone through, making the room feel more like a home for the studio audience and their viewers at home. People from all walks of life were able to connect with her because of her friendly demeanor and compassionate character. When it comes to providing touching, human interest tales or conducting interviews with famous people. Because of this, Marie became more than just a discussion show. It became a place where viewers could relax and enjoy themselves. Marie Osmond was not only a force to be reckoned with on television, but she also displayed immense talent and poise while navigating the high-pressure world of Broadway and live theater. She demonstrated her acting chops in a number of stage productions, giving her the opportunity to perform in parts that called for her vocal talents, acting chops, and emotional range. Her performance as Maria Von Trapp in the classic musical The Sound of Music was one of her crowning triumphs on Broadway. Audiences have always been enthralled by the tale of the Von Trapp family's trials and tribulations throughout WWI. An invigorating new spirit was introduced to the performance by Mary's rendition of Maria. Upon the cherished figure, her performance was characterized by genuine emotion, charisma, and incredible singing, which garnered her praise from critics and cemented her status as an artist who can work across all mediums and genres. The King and I was another watershed moment in her acting career. In it, she played the part of Anna Leonowens, a British teacher with a fiery personality who becomes the royal governess of Siam's children. Marie had to deal with intricate issues of culture conflict, self-discovery, and emotional complexity in this part. Her charisma, knowledge, and poise shone through as she accomplished it. Her performance brought out her acting chops in addition to her singing voice, giving viewers a taste of her complete artistic range. Her sincerity, warmth, and charisma won her high marks from both critics and audience members. This further establishes her reputation as an accomplished performer who could thrive in both dramatic and musical settings. Marie Osmond's personal life, especially her marriages and relationships, has been complicated and full of events. She has tied the knot 3 times throughout her life. Curiously, 2 of those marriages included the same man, which emphasizes the lasting bonds and opportunities for redemption that have influenced her own path. The strength of her family and the importance she placed on marriage show how difficult it is for even famous people to maintain committed relationships over the long haul. In 1982, Osmond tied the knot for the first time. Her marriage to the athletic Stephen Lyle Craig, a former Brigham Young University basketball player. Osmond began this new chapter in her life as a married woman during a time when marriage was seen as a union of young love, all while she was gaining prominence in the entertainment business. Stephen James Craig, the couple's sole child, was born to them in 1983. From producing songs to singing on stage and starring on television, Osmond juggled the obligations of her work as a mother with the joys and duties of being a parent. They were very much in love and were overjoyed to have a child together, but in October 1985, they filed for a divorce due to the stresses of being young adults and the difficulties of keeping a marriage secret. Not long after that, on October 28, 1986, Marie Osmond began a new chapter in her life when she wed Brian Blossel at the Utah Jordan River Temple. Reflecting Osmond's faith and her desire to build a large family, this marriage was a substantial and highly personal commitment. The 7 children that Osmond and Blossel had together as a married couple were a testament to their love for one another and to their commitment to family. They were a mix of biological and adoptive children. Rachel and Matthew were their biological children, and 5 more. Jessica, Michael, Brandon, Brianna, and Abigail were adopted. By choosing to adopt numerous children, Osmond showed how kind she was and how determined she was to give every child, regardless of their genetic makeup, a safe and loving home. Despite being married for almost 20 years, Osmond and Blossel announced their divorce in March 2007, an indication of the mutual regard and understanding that pervaded their partnership. Even in its final stages, the parties issued a joint statement stressing that neither party had placed blame for the divorce. Surprisingly, Marie Osmond eventually reconciled with her initial love. Her second marriage, to Stephen Lyle Craig, took place on May 4, 2011, was a moving and private ceremony held at the Nevada Temple in Las Vegas. As a symbolic move that emphasized both nostalgia and continuity in her life story, Osmond opted to wear the identical wedding dress that she had worn nearly 30 years earlier in 1982. Their son's wedding was more special because it took place months before their remarriage, which meant that the whole family could rejoice. Not only did Osmond's second marriage to Craig symbolize the revival of a dormant romance, but it also demonstrated her unwavering faith in love, forgiveness, and the power of second chances. Marie Osmond has experienced love, family, and self-improvement through the ups and downs of her 3 marriages. Her narrative exemplifies strength, the power of familial ties, and a steadfast dedication to those she loves. The personal life of Osmond is a compelling story of love, empathy, and the challenges of maintaining relationships across the years, whether as a mother of biological and adopted children, or as a wife who embraces both first and second chances. Since Marie Osmond and Andy Gibb were once portrayed as amicable, nearly inseparable individuals in the entertainment industry, the fact that she genuinely despised him more than anybody else is shocking to many. As Marie reflected on the complex dynamics of their relationship, she admitted that she was angry because she could never comprehend him. His charisma, ease, and likability seemed to radiate from the outside, and he seemed to have no trouble drawing others to him. Behind the dazzling facade, Marie beheld something that profoundly upset her. Everyone admired Andy. He was universally beloved. However, he was intolerable to me. Underneath their seemingly amicable relationship, she confessed, there was an underlying tension that made her blood boil. On the other hand, her animosity did not originate from petty rivalry or envy. There was a strong sense of regret at the fact that someone she had trusted and cared about so much could betray or manipulate her trust in such a subtle but successful way. Marie's wrath was intensified by the disparity between Andy's public image and her own personal reality. She went on to say that he appeared as a beautiful boy, a sweet, pure soul, on camera. In private, though, he may be cruel without recognizing it, or, conversely, he may be aware of it and find it worse. Marie, who placed a premium on honesty and genuineness, found this dichotomy to be quite painful. In a world where appearances matter, she struggled mightily to make peace with the man who had reduced her, angered her, and emotionally drained her, all while everyone else praised her attractiveness and talent. It was tiring, she continued, since you never knew if the person beaming at you really Andy or a mask. A deep emotional tension developed over time, progressing from mild irritation to full-blown hatred, due to the cognitive dissonance between adoration and revulsion. Some of her most formative experiences also contributed to the breadth and intensity of her emotions. According to Marie, she felt that he took advantage of her generosity and her readiness to see the best in him. Confusion, disappointment, and even heartbreak were commonplace in their interactions. Because of Andy's magnetic personality, it was awkward to challenge him head-on. Still, the pain of perceived slights or betrayals was too much for Marie to bear. She said that she despised how he could carelessly injure her while simultaneously making her feel like she was exaggerating the situation, feeling attracted to and repulsed by the same person at the same time is a common emotional roller coaster that can lead to a tangled web of adoration, irritation, and ultimately hatred. A deep hatred that was hard to put into words, but impossible to disregard developed in Marie as a result of these sentiments. Keeping herself and her life safe was another source of her animosity, Marie disclosed. Her explanation: I had to hate him to survive my feelings for him, made it clear that her enmity toward Andy was secondary to her need to protect herself. She was aware that her inherent fondness for his abilities, charisma, and sense of humor could leave her open to further emotional abuse unless she made an effort to mentally separate herself. According to her confession, she loved him in a way that made her feel terrified, but she felt safer when she hated him. This seeming contradiction, that both love and hate may coexist, shows how strong her emotions were and how individual her experiences were, rather than being reactive or just performative. Ultimately, Marie finds solace in her reflections, which reveal the complexities of her human emotions and the interconnectedness of her hatred. Yes, I despised him more than anybody else. According to her, it was because her perception of him was so vivid that she couldn't turn a blind eye to the reality of his true nature. This confession is about Marie Osmond's personal struggle with trust, disappointment, and the ugliness of human relationships. It isn't only about Andy Gibb. Her forthrightness provides an unfiltered view of the often painful reality of public personas and the associated private feelings. It serves as a sobering reminder that, even in the spotlight of celebrity, feelings remain genuine, complex, and at times contradictory. Moreover, that the honest examination of hatred can disclose deep insights into one's principles, limits, and ability to protect oneself.